Left 4 Dead, a timeless shoot-'em-up game. Taking place 2 weeks after the first infection of the green flu, from the point of view of 4 survivors, each one with their own independent personalities which you can play as. Bill, a former Vietnam Army veteran. Lewis, an African-American office worker. Francis, a biker, who has a very turbulent relationship with Bill. And Zoe, a college student. When you first turn on the game, it starts out with this opening cinematic, which illustrates very well some of the dangers the survivors, or you as you're playing as them, will have to face later on in the game. One can be assumed that some of the survivors have had former encounters with some of the special infected, as the way Bill reacts to the witch. The entire game is played from kind of like a movie. It's sort of like the way you go through your DVD and you look for chapters. Another thing to point to this is that you can even go into your options menu and set the amount of film grain you want, which is actually a really cool touch. What made this game really unique back in 2008 when it came out. Now, the enemies in this game aren't your standard zombies. They're people infected with the green flu. They are still alive, but they're mutated, so they're pretty much beyond all help. It's kind of similar to the 2004 Dawn of the Dead in that case. But with every zombie game, you have to have your weapons to shoot them with. I'm using the Uzi right here. Your side weapons are always your Colt 1911s, and your main weapon can be an Uzi, it could be a hunting rifle, it could be a pump-action shotgun, an assault rifle, a riot shotgun. You can carry Molotov cocktails. It's all pretty cool, the whole thing. Remember what I said about special infected? You got the witch, you got the hunter, and you have the boomer, which vomits its guts all over you, and you have the smoker. Now, at the end of each stage, the survivors take shelter inside of safe rooms, which are designed to be by other survivors to be safe from the zombies. Now, there isn't just No Mercy, the first level which I was showing there. There are several different levels. You have Crash Course, which takes place right after No Mercy. You have Death Toll after that. Dead Air after that, where the survivors escape using a C-130. You have Blood Harvest, where they're rescued by the military. And The Sacrifice, where Bill dies. It's so sad. Now, one of the big things in this game, aside from the story that drives it, which I find really cool, even if it's kind of barely there at times, when you're just running through town, shooting zombies, and shit right in the face, it is one hell of a blast. And sometimes it'll throw something at you that will quite literally make you shit your pants because you don't know how to fight it. The main thing this game had was the multiplayer, which is still a blast to play if you can find somebody on here that is actually playing just a normal game, or you can actually find a populated server, because today in 2015 the community's kind of dead. I would recommend, if you're going to only fix the Left 4 Dead, head to Left 4 Dead 2, unless you just want to play this one for the single player, which can get kind of bland at times. Some of the story, though, is kind of disturbing. Case in point, that sign you just saw there, which was saying people to put their hands up over their heads and pretty much submit to the authority of the military, or they're going to shoot them to try to contain the green flu. And at times, the game can be really brutal. Sometimes, if the game just does not like you, it will throw a horde at you, which I am currently facing right here in this gameplay, which, ignore my noobish gameplay, I just kind of recorded it for the purpose video. It can be freaking brutal, especially in scary situations when you're in this cornfield here on Blood Harvest. At the end of each stage, as you could call it, you have to call for help. Need to be from News Chopper 6, people who own the boat in Riverside, or the U.S. military. In this particular scenario, you'll have to face a horde. It's the game's way of giving you that big crescendo event, where you have to fight off wave after wave after wave of zombies who are in just one hell of a bad mood and want to rip your face off. Now, I'm just going to kind of wrap this up here, because it's kind of dragging on this entire video. This game is awesome, I'm sorry. And when it comes to PC optimization, shit, this thing will run on pretty much anything. I think you need like a Pentium 4 or some ancient ass chip to run this game. And if you have a computer like mine and a 720p monitor, well, I hope you are looking forward to 60 frames per second most or all of the time. It will be one hell of a blast, I'm telling you. And if you somehow on a blue moon day and all the planets have aligned find a game to play in, you're gonna have a blast. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Die, motherfucker, die! Die!